30. Mostly what I need from here is the block, the crankshaft, the head, the side cover, and the pull start. A lot of this other stuff we're going to get rid of. Some of it you can actually sell on eBay and get some of your money back. I don't need the gas tank, the muffler, the air filter, or the carburetor. I buy modified carburetors, so somebody else will get some good use out of that. Like I said, you can sell some of those things on eBay. The stock flywheel can be a little tricky to remove, so I'm going to stick a crowbar underneath there. You don't want to crack the block. You got to be really careful. This is only made for 3,600 RPMs and it's cast iron. We're going to get this up to around 8,000 RPMs and this is very dangerous. It will eventually develop hairline cracks and when they explode, they are actually very deadly. We'll talk about flywheels more in a little bit, but I'm going to put this billet aluminum one on there later. It's okay to use power tools to take the motor apart, but I never ever use power tools to put it back together. This is the crankshaft and this is the cam. We're going to use the stock crankshaft and we're going to replace the cam. That just pulls right out. We are not going to use that. Somebody else might be able to use that and modify it. I need to take the crankshaft off so I can remove the governor, but before I can take the crankshaft off, I have to take the connecting rod off, which are these two bolts right here. Here we go. So this is the stock crankshaft. We have to use the stock stroke in our rules, so I'm going to reuse this crankshaft. It does have this gear on here that's for the governor, and I don't need that, so this is just friction fit on there. As we're removing the governor, there's going to be this tiny little washer that usually gets stuck up in there. And you want to make sure that gets removed because you don't want that flying around in there. And now we need to remove the oil sensor. When you are racing, the oil is going to get sloshed around. The oil sensor is going to kick on and it's going to cut off your engine. Not something you want in the middle of a race. Because we took out the oil sensor and the governor, we have 3 holes that we need to tap and plug. For this front one, I'm just going to take a bolt and a nut and a washer, put that through there and on the other side. I'm also going to use some gasket sealer around there and some thread lock to make sure that never comes off. Oh, that's beautiful. We are done disassembling everything, so now I'm going to take some brake cleaner and clean this out really good. This is the stock connecting rod that connects the piston to the crankshaft. The connecting rod takes more abuse than any other part in the engine. It's a very violent movement when it reaches its peak and then is yanked back down, and then when it reaches the bottom, it is yanked back up. This is not made for 8,000 RPMs, so we replace it with a billet aluminum connecting rod. There's no performance gain with the billet aluminum, it's just this is not going to break on you at 8,000 RPM. This is the stock piston. There's nothing wrong with it except it's dished. So I'm going to replace it with a flat top piston and we're going to get a little bit more compression. Because the measurements of this piston is slightly different than the stock piston, this connecting rod is slightly longer than the stock. There's a link to everything that I'm using down below. Before we can connect this to the crankshaft, we have to make sure that our clearances are fine for the crankshaft. So if the clearances are too tight, the metal is going to expand and get hot while the engine is running. It's going to seize up on you and it's no good. Here's the thing. I have never come across a crankshaft that has a bad tolerance, but they are made in a factory someplace far away. Their standards are very low. So apparently every once in a while you come across a crankshaft that is not perfect.